It's Dizzy and my assistant Callie. And had a lesson this morning. I also had a rough morning due to other people. You know how it is. And so I was a little stressed this morning dealing with everything that I had to deal with. But I had a lesson, like I said, I was really looking forward to it because Callie was going out with me for the lesson. My lessons are normally out in the woods, and I've been walking Callie in the woods over at my instructor's house and making sure that she's not going to be running off, and she was doing great. And so today was the day that we'd taken her out in the woods. But I was a bit rushed. I got the truck all hooked up, made sure the lights were connected, loaded it with started down the road. All of a sudden, I hear a noise and I look in my rearview mirror and I realize the trailer is no longer attached to the truck. I did have the chains on it and it was crossed, which thank God I was driving on a road in New Jersey and not someplace that it's hilly. I was able to pull over to the side of the road, and the hitch foot here buried in the grass. This, you can see it's all messed up at the top, was stuck underneath of the truck. I could not even reach under the truck in order to turn that and get it down. The chains were still attached. The lights were still attached. Just had to back the truck up in order to get the chains off and unhook the lights. But then it was a matter of trying to get the hitch from underneath of the truck. And it was not easy. Finally ended up, you can see where this is damaged. I was able to get it past where it was not hood in the frame, but I couldn't get it past the bumper. I had been planning to get a new bumper anyway because it's got to hold down that side, so I'm just thankful that I haven't done it already. And needless to say, I was pretty shook. I also realized what happened. Because of how stressed I was this morning, I didn't do the one thing that I normally always check and make sure is done. This has this little collar here that's supposed to slide up. That can be rough to get up, and I didn't do that this morning. So as a result, the trailer came unhooked. It took me a while, but I was able to get the trailer hooked back up. The lights didn't seem to be working, but I decided I wasn't far. It was daylight. I wasn't going to worry about it. I could have really used some help, but nobody stopped to help me. And went ahead and took my lesson. Of course, first thing that I did when I got there and got Misty out was I walked her around and made sure that she was okay. She was not lame. She did have a couple little scrapes. One was on her leg, the other was on her face. I didn't even notice the one on her face until we got back to the farm. But like I said, she was fine. Trailer didn't flip, and other than the damage to the bumper, there's not any real damage. This is now at an angle. This was just added on because it didn't have one. I had to find the tools that I used for tightening this up and see if I can tighten that up. I don't know if that'll make it so that it's not leaning as much or not, but if not, I'm not going to worry about it. Eventually, I will take it to somebody that can weld. This plate here is warped to begin with. I don't know if they could get that so it's flat by just heating it up and hammering on it, or if they'd need to cut that out and put a new piece in to make that flat. But it was scary. Thank God we're okay. And if you're hauling a trailer, always make sure it's hitched properly. Even if you've checked it before you left your house and you're leaving from wherever, make sure nobody messed with it, because that could have been a real disaster. And I will talk at you later.